Lord, thunder, and Jesus, fellow babies. It's 42 minutes later, and we finally get the sound off, and I can smoke one, which is a really nice thing as well. Wow. That 42 show hurt the brain on a few levels, but it was a good one. I really had fun.
Yes. My bum hurts.
Stop playing with Lego.
My brain in my bum.
Oh, I tell you though, that Bev Turner from GB News, yeah, I have a new target, and it's you, baby. I am going to give you the virtual shot to the box every chance I get now. you rush, as Slavi, Slavi from our channel, right? As Slavi just called her in a private chat with me, you Russian prostitute.
It pretty much is just Russian propaganda channel. Yeah,
totally.
They might just put a hammer and sickle over the bloody logo.
Oh, yeah. And I sent that video to Starsky and Slavi, and we will be ripping her to shreds tomorrow on the Ukraine Update show. Absolutely. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. I can't wait. Speaking of the Ukraine channel, our main Shills channel, you'll notice we're live there as well, but only for 10 minutes. And then we're kicking over to only being on the new channel, Shills Live. So you go to YouTube and you do @TheShills Live. You'll find it instantly. If you're on the old channel or the main channel right now, which is going to be the Ukraine channel, look in the pinned comment in the live chat as well as the description, and come join us on Shills Live, because that's where this stuff goes now.
Yes, we're talking to you 11 viewers out there who have still not learned your lesson. Come to the right place.
That's right. Get over here, get subbed.
Yeah, there will be what do we call it? One of them, redirects at the end of this when we shut it down. So you can always follow that if everything else is just too complicated. I don't know how else we can do this to actually just coming around your house and typing the URL into your browser for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're wondering, why the hell are we doing this? Why is the 42 show on its own channel and the Shills Live got its own channel now? Well, the YouTube algorithm is so specific that if we do non-Ukraine content on the main channel that's known for Ukraine content, we actually get punished for it, because people will bypass it in the recommendations. They won't click it because they're looking for Ukraine content from them. We had no choice but to split the shows up this way because it's the only way it makes sense to YouTube. I know it's nonsense, but it's the way it's got to be.
Yes. And it's a slow rebuild of the channels, unfortunately. So,
oh God,
get out there and share us out. It's your fault we're not getting views.
We're used to having a channel with like almost 10,000 subs, and now we have two with like a couple hundred. So we could really use your help shilling them out and letting people know where to find us.
Yes, we put in so much hard work on this. Come on,
right?
Oh, dear.
So yeah, give us a help, give us a hand. Shill us out on social media for the new Shills Live channel for people that like the hangout shows, because we could really use the help. It sucks, but it's true. And if you're somebody who's watching on the main channel and you're like, oh, this isn't Ukraine focused content, well, don't worry about it, because the main channel @TheShills is Ukraine focused content now. So you know how to find us easy.
Yes.
Yeah. And for the rest of you, pour a drink, roll one. Come on, let's have some fun.
Yeah, play with your Lego.
Man, that one was a touchy one, the whole Lego and the LGBTQ plus community, because I don't want to do anything to offend, because I support their every efforts to just simply be people and not be looked at as the others or whatever. I don't like that stuff, right? I don't like that at all. But at the same time, you can't pick a fight with Lego over it. Let's pick the real fight, people. Come on, It
is stupid. Yeah. I did see a meme on Bluesky, which was like a packet of Crayola crayons, and they're all like grey, or all white, and it was just basically, after Trump's administration, we've now cleaned everything up, and it's all. Got rid of the DEI, got rid of the trans, got rid of everything, and it's just white crayons.
I love how they're doing this too. The Trump administration keeps saying that we don't want DEI, we want the smartest people for the job. But you can still have the smartest people for the job doing DEI at the same time. It doesn't actually get in the way of having an intelligence-based system for whatever system this is applied to. That's moronic.
Yeah.
Right. Because what you're saying there is there's no way a Mexican could be as smart as a white American.
No, absolutely. It's scientific. It's scientifically proven, isn't it?
Yeah. Meanwhile,
you can't have a black guy running the air traffic control. Yeah,
right. Meanwhile,
their eyes aren't the same as white people's eyes.
But how many people in America head to Mexico for medical reasons and stuff because you can actually get better treatment down there? So how can Mexicans somehow be stupid? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's racist fodder.
Yes. Meanwhile, in the UK, we got a 13-year-old running as a doctor. So I don't know what DEI is if that isn't.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. You've got these hardcore white folk who are so scared that somebody that's not white is going to get a job that could have been for a white person, that they veil their fear in this thing where we want the smartest people.
But the thing is, the people who you're talking about, the MAGA-rights, the neo-Nazis, those kind, they're usually, I'm not being funny,
the dumbest.
They're usually the thickest and the shittest. So, anybody is smarter than them.
Yeah.
They're on the wrong side of the bell curve.
If you did a thing where you said, okay, nobody white is allowed to make a political decision for 6 months, we're going to let everybody else do it. You know how fair things would be? Honestly,
Hey, talking of DEI and all this nonsense. I mean, I'm going to ask a rhetorical question.
Oh,
so don't answer it straight away.
Okay.
Because I got a bit of a rant. Where the fuck is Kamala Harris in all of this? Do you remember a few months ago there was this DEI hire who was trying to run for the presidency, and she was shouting and screaming. She was there for the American people. If we fight, we will win. All this, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's so amazing. Oh, everything is going to be so great." And all this now, President Trump's gone in, and the shit has hit the fan.
Yeah,
she has completely fucked up the scene.
You do have a point there. Why is the people that were at the top of the game for the Democrats, her, Coach Walls, and a few people, why are they so quiet about all this stuff? There is a legitimate question there. I kind of wish Nick Suter was here.
Well, it kind of worries me that they were just playing the political game because they just want the presidency and they don't give a shit.
No, I don't buy that. They definitely.
Well, yeah, but that's why I asked this question, because
the message is convoluted now and misconstrued, right?
Yeah. It just gives them a bad look, as far as I'm concerned.
You're not wrong there. It's but now you got a lot of lawmakers and Democrats standing up in these protests going up around America, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of fighting back, and it's good to see.
Yeah, very much so. And I think we're going to need more of it. But again, where is the push from the ones that were at the front line of the fight? Yeah. Why? It's a really good question. I never thought of it until you obviously, because I'm so but
the other argument is because a lot of people are saying that a lot of this isn't going through the mainstream media, so a lot of people aren't seeing what's actually going on, and they're just hearing how great Trump is doing at the minute and not getting the message. If you got somebody like Harris and what was the guy, the vice president? I forgot his name already. If you had those two out doing rallies and shouting and screaming, well, obviously they'd have to report it.
Yeah.
You couldn't hide it.
Agatha in the chat says Walls has been speaking out in Minnesota. Now, he's seeing this at all in the news, so I'm going to make a conscious effort to search some of that out, because it would be really cool to play a few of his clips now and then to say, hey, look what Coach says, right?
Yeah.
I like that guy. He was awesome. I would have loved to have seen him in a real position of authority instead of, somebody who just yells at the opposition, because that's what they've been reduced to. No offense to him, right? But.
Well, okay, he may be shouting about it, but I'm not even seeing any of that from the the liberal political pundits who are rallying up and trying to, they're doing like 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos a day, just going over the same old ground as each other.
Like that Taylor Cohen guy.
Taylor Cohen, Luke Beasley, David Packnam.
They never show what the other side is doing in response. They just rip a 12-second clip in a 12-minute video, right?
Mm. Yeah. And it's usually Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel are getting to the news before they do.
Yeah. I find the Daily Show and Kimmel is a great place to know what I should search so I can get the meat and potatoes of the story, right? I really do,
Oh,
dear. Fucking crazy.
All right, how long have we been running now? Because we've still got 12 viewers over there.
Okay,
Super Chat Matt is using up his membership. He says, I hope Mr. Dawson, Dunk, and everyone else have a great day or night or whenever you are, wherever you are. Slava Ukraini, he says. So that's his little
big hearts to Super Chat Matt. That's the super big long username. It's February, right? That's Super Chat Matt.
Yeah, now click the link and get yourself over there. Purple rhymes with orange. You know how this works. Click the link, get to the right place.
Purple.
We're only here to try to drag you sorry asses who haven't found the new channel yet. So get over there.
Yeah,
and subscribe.
Yeah, get over to the new Shills Live, and this show 42 minutes later is going to be more often than not our after show. But the Sunday show on Shills Live, PubChat, will definitely be a guest-driven show going forward. And it's going to be a unique place. You're going to want to be subbed, because this is one of the few places where you're going to find people opening up and truly being themselves and not going through some scripted interview and stuff. That's
well, you say opening up, it's going to be more like an autopsy. They'll sit there and we open them up.
Yeah. So get subbed, because you like what we do. You got to be over here, right?
We should call it PubChat. So and so, whoever, unpeeled.
Yeah. Character assassination with.
Because we're me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're not inviting Republicans really. We would if anybody would be dumb enough to talk to us, but I don't think that would last very long.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, where are we? 15 minutes. Let's do the kill it on the main channel, the old channel. Okay, so here we go. Here's the fireworks. Get to the new channel, because we're killing it now on the main channel. See you over here.
Link is in the chat. It's in the description, and is going to be a redirect as well. So you got no excuse. See you in a minute.
All right. Hit that button, and I'll kill it over here.
Done it.
All right. Okay. Enough with the fireworks already. Here we go.
Yeah.
So round 2. Oi!
I can close that window now.
So where do you want to go now? I don't want to get too far into the political stuff, because we are doing a hangout thing, right?
Yeah. No, it's just something I wanted to get off my chest, because it's like, come on.
I haven't had a story in a little while to talk about on the 42 show as it pertains to right to repair and right of ownership. As Lewis Rossman would say, welcome to the next episode of How You're Getting Fucked. I'm Lewis Rossman, your host, right? But it's getting worse and worse out there. Companies are doing everything they can to screw us over, take away lifetime memberships, make us subscribe to monthly fees instead. It's going to take a
conniption.
No, but it's going to take a real effort from everybody to fight back about this. People are turning things that do not need to be a recurring subscription payment into a subscription payment everywhere that we are dumb enough to say, oh, okay, to. And it's got to the point of insanity, because what happens is every time we agree to a subscription model, if it's a hardware thing like a nanny cam or a doorbell cam or something, all they have to do is go, you know what? We're not making enough money off that product anymore. They kill it. Your hardware is dead. You have to throw it away. It's now e-waste, and you get a new product that's very expensive and still has a subscription. Why does it have a subscription? Because half of this stuff is connected to the cloud when it doesn't need to be. Let me ask you this. Y'all have a home computer. Y'all have like a lot of you have like a doorbell cam or something or whatnot. Why do we have to pay them for a subscription for their storage to record their recorded events when you could just have an app on your computer that records them for you? Why is it based on the cloud? That makes no sense. Why do I want somebody else to have recordings of what's going on in and around my house when I could just do it locally? Why? Think about it. It makes no sense to anyone.
No, I suppose it makes sense for those kind of people who just, dare I say, don't use computers, and they've got like an iPad. They live off their iPad and their iPhone, or maybe their watch or something, and they don't use computers. But
there's people that build little Raspberry Pi servers with a hard drive or two connected to them, and they can run your IP cameras and a few other things and whatnot. There's cheap devices that would do this, but you never hear of them unless you're like me and investigate this stuff, because Amazon and Google and those companies run the narrative as it pertains to home security and monitoring and everything. So all you ever hear is this crap. But you could spend $250 and have a little computer that you just plug in at, under your bed or something that runs all that crap for you and never need the cloud. Right? You remember Dunk Back to My Mac.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking maybe you could even have like some kind of like computer, a computer module that you can have installed into your house that does, take all these. Right. It would be a dedicated system that just works as yours like in-house cloud.
Yeah.
And all these devices you could buy would, if it found that machine on the network, it would just automatically go to that.
That's right.
Yeah, it would be a very clever way to do it. But would people complain? Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people wouldn't do it unless it's super simple. And that's the thing. A company like Apple, Microsoft, any one of these could bring this out for us, and we would have no need of the cloud except for a backup, right? Yeah. An off-site backup, which is what the cloud should be. But they've turned it into controlling the devices that we actually purchase.
Yeah.
Right? Drives me crazy. Anyway.
Not to mention that, all these companies, they must all have like this ginormous servers just full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just loads of crap that nobody needs or nobody wants anymore.
But every one of them is taking the information they get from your services on that cloud and selling it for their own financial gain.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine the Christmas tape that runs around, the Ring doorbell system every year? Everybody's funniest moments.
Yeah.
Stolen from your server.
Exactly. Right. And all of these systems, all of your data is being sold to train AI and stuff as well. Like, it's a really deep rabbit hole, man. None of us should be allowing this. It's hard to replace without actually learning and taking time, right?
Well, if these Ring doorbell things, our information is being sold, then an AI is being, put to use on it, then surely that means we are going to get much better steps on porches, so delivery men aren't falling over all the time and tripping over that last step and smashing into the door with your package.
Yeah.
AI should be looking at that saying, we got to design a better system of steps.
Yeah. I've still got Havid's face implanted in my door, so
How many pizzas have been spread across the front door of somebody's house?
Yeah. It's just a bit too much, and people don't care enough about it, but you should. It affects you.
Yeah. There's definitely, as far as technology and data and sharing stuff, there's definitely an awful lot of apathy.
Yeah,
with people.
There is.
A lot of them probably don't even understand. B, a lot of people just don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what the industries are banking on, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
The subscription services are like really shit anyway. It's like the system I'm using to create this avatar. I sent them a message the other day because it's cost me like $12 a month to use this. When I first got it, it was $8, and now it's gone up to $12.
Wow!
And I could go up to the Pro version, which would give me a high resolution output. It says I have no idea what the. Did you read that? You're sending out the wrong chat. You're sending out the wrong chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. What I was saying. I have. There's a little button you press, and it would go, "Oh, high resolution," but you got to go to the Pro service to get that. And so to get to the Pro service and get the high resolution version, it's $49 a month.
Whoa!
Now, and that's that's well. How much is Netflix? Netflix isn't even $49 a month. It's
not even close.
I mean, it gives you other things, but I don't want the other things. I just want a higher resolution output. And so I sent them a message. I said, "Okay, come on, it's a bit steep." And they go, "Oh, thank you for your message. We're always trying to." Oh, shut up! No answers. No, it's like. I mean, even if he clicked on it and says, "Okay, you've got to have the Pro service, but we're going to give you 2 minutes trial so you can actually see the difference."
Yeah.
I have no idea what the difference is unless I pay for it. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Gits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I went on a search looking for any other options out there, but it doesn't seem to be anything else like this at the minute.
There's some open source stuff that's okay, but it's not quite as good yet, right? The thing is I wouldn't doubt that these commercial versions are using the open source code and they've just tweaked it and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing everybody's writing this on their own.
Well, there's also the other usual problem that a lot of this all open source and other stuff is it's not Mac compatible. It's PC only. There's always that comes into it.
And if you want to start the Mac and PC thing, I've got an answer for you. My next computer, I switched from Windows to Mac because there was no way I was going to Windows 11 with its spyware-like qualities, right? So I switched back to Mac. And after this Mac Studio gets long in the tooth, I'm going Linux. I can't do either. I can't. I don't play games. I don't need weird softwares and oddities and stuff. And everything that we use to stream our shows is now Linux friendly. So I can finally go Linux. But this Mac Studio was expensive, and it's going to be a couple of years. I'm riding it out, right?
Yeah. Because we've got the usual comment in the chat, Apple sucks. You can't say that because you probably never used it, so shut up.
Yeah. Well, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's just horses for courses. It's different things that they don't suck.
But there's some UI stuff with Apple that I'm really upset about after switching from Windows. And I never would have said that because I was a lifelong Mac guy before Windows, right? But in this day and age, Windows does have some advantages over Mac on the user interface, but Apple
awesome courses. There are always differences.
But Apple are more concerned with my privacy and selling me out than Microsoft is. And that's a fact. And that alone made me go Mac, except instead of Windows 11, right?
Yeah.
Totally. I don't like the fact that I can't build the computer. I can't install my own RAM. And, when you buy a Mac computer, RAM upgrade and storage upgrades are way overpriced. But with an Apple computer, I get all kinds of software for free that would cost me a fortune on a Windows computer to even get close to an equivalent.
Yeah.
There is a huge factor there. They do give away some
great software.
Oh, man.
But yeah.
You look at okay, you're on a PC. So Adobe Premiere is going to be your video editor of choice. You're going to pay monthly for the rest of your life. Whereas on a Mac, I give Apple $200 and I've got Final Cut Pro and it kicks ass.
Yeah. Or you don't give them $200.
Well, it's that easy because they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care at all.
Yeah, the great thing is about Apple Pro software that if you are into like doing cracks and stuff like that and have a cracked version, they don't mind you practically registering it, and you can get all the updates and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the other they get the extra plugins, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. You can have them. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, the idea of running like 0 day on a Mac is little snitch. That's all you need. And on a PC, it's a freaking nightmare if you don't know what you're doing. So there's advantages. You're damn right, And my Mac Studio being an M1 Ultra, right? It's a beast. It was only 10 months old, and the depreciation on it meant that I got it for $3,200 instead of $6,000 Canadian.
Wow, that wasn't depreciation. You just managed to find someone who was just desperate to get rid of it quick. So
maybe it was a lucky situation, but I paid peanuts for but I paid peanuts for a beast, right?
Yeah. Macs don't normally depreciate that quick, but.
That's true.
I don't think I could ever go to Linux though. I just don't.
I can't wait to go to Linux. I have had Linux since I remember running a Linux distro that was brought out by Corel back in the 90s. When that Canadian software company even existed still, right?
Can't you install Linux on the Mac though?
Not these new silicon ones, at least not easily.
Okay, maybe an Intel one.
Yeah, because the bootloader's so locked down with this system on a chip thing they've done and whatnot, right? It's a nightmare,
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Apple Silicon is very much its own little beast.
Oh, yeah, right. But anyway, enough about computers, right?
All right. What else you want to talk about?
Well, we've got a direct donation in from somebody.
Right.
And it's $11.50 Canadian. So we'll hit some applause there. And the message says, "Don't dox me," with a smiley face. But I'm pretty sure I recognize the username. So I don't know if they're doing winky, sure, shout me out and it's no big deal. Or should I really not say their name? I'll have to think. I'm not really sure what to do here. I think somebody in the chat will let me know. Let me know if that's yourself, because I'd love to give you a shout out, but I don't want to fuck it up. But right now, I'm not sure if it's just, screwing around or real. So I'm not, what do I do? Yeah, shit. Oliver Cromwell, Lord protect
Oh dear. Hey, that story about Steve Coogan really pissed me off.
Oh man, he is such a wannabe car guy. It makes me sick. He thinks he's a car guy because he can afford cool cars, but he can't drive them. He sucks. At least, and maybe he got better after that appearance or two on Top Gear, but that was embarrassing. You know?
Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Rowan Atkinson, wrapped his what did he have?
McLaren F1.
McLaren,
One of the yeah.
He wrapped his one around a tree.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That cost him like €5 million to fix.
Yeah. Probably been cheaper to buy a new one.
There's 67 of them in the world and they're valued at way over 20. So no.
There's 66 and a half now.
Yeah, it was actually worth it to him to fix it, to unload it. He did sell it after. He was like, that's it. This is just too valuable to be screwing around with,
Wow.
But I do applaud him for that because he's the kind of guy that wants to drive his cars, not just look at them. And since it was so valuable and, so capable, he was like, you know what? I'm just going to sell it off. I respect that.
Yeah, he's a knob. He did do that.
He can drive.
Film. He did that film years ago. I sent you the link to. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it was about the really, really early racing driver who got caught up with Rolls Royce and stuff like that. Can't remember the name of the guy, but it was like set in the 1920s or something. Very, very famous old racing car. Because when I mentioned it, you go, "Oh yeah, I know the story."
Like something from Sterling Moss or something. Like he's not that old. Yeah,
1920s. Well, no, he played the character. Those British racers. Yeah, early days of racing and early days of Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Well, there was what's his name with the Bentley boys.
That was it.
That's what you're. Yeah. There's the guy. He was a count or something, and he got together with W.O. Bentley and said, "Look, you build the cars, we'll race them." And he had partial control of the company's finances as well. And he's the guy who literally put them into bankruptcy and made them get sold to Henry Royce, so that Bentley was a Rolls-Royce product, which is where you're getting the connection, right?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, he screwed them over big time. What was his name?
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. No, IMDb.
Yeah.
Let's go there. No, that's not how you spell IMDb, but never mind. All right.
Yeah, what was his name? He screwed W.O. Bentley and his brother over big time. And then Henry Royce absorbed Bentley. That was after Charles Rolls had died in the Wright Flyer aircraft. I love all that automotive history. I try to keep it right, but I'm on beer 3 already. So
Sir Henry Tim Birkin.
Okay.
Tim Birkin.
That's a stupid name.
Sir Henry Tim Birkin. Yeah, it's called Full Throttle, the film. It is actually on YouTube. You can actually see it there. It's quite good.
Full Throttle is an awesome old LucasArts game from the 16-bit computer era with the bikers and whatnot. It's one of the best games ever.
Yeah, was what with Mr. Bean in it? I don't think so.
No. But it's an awesome game. My son and I are about to play it. I've just set up the Scum VM virtual machine on our NVIDIA Shield so I can play all those old LucasArts point-and-click adventures on the television. Can't wait. It's going to be great fun.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. We got the first one we're going to play is Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. It's a really great old game. Awesome.
I heard some people talking about some new Indiana Jones game, and they called it the non-action adventure.
Does it have Harrison Ford in a wheelchair or something?
I think it must do. He's in a fridge and he's got to get out of the fridge.
Oh, that's funny. We got a second direct donation in from none other than Heather Wiley in the chat for $6.66. And it's for the Mexican Beer Fund. Us Canadians, we will gladly spend money on Mexican beer right now because it doesn't come from America.
Yeah, well, I mean, how they doing that?
Heather.
Because they can't be transporting it through America anymore because there'll be tariffs going all over the place. So they'll have to ship it round.
Yeah, no, we're shipping the Mexicans up to just brew it here. It's easier that way, right? Well,
it's just like a massive tunnel all the way from Canada to the Mexico border.
Yeah, no, we get Mexicans up here all the time to do farm work every summer, right? They love like orchard work and vineyards and stuff. I don't know if they love it, but they're willing to do it and send the money home. Maybe I should rephrase that a little bit.
They love it. They love all that back-breaking hard work. Yeah.
But if we keep them here in the winter to make alcohol with us, now it's a win-win because alcohol.
Yeah, they could brew tequila from the snow-melted waters trickling off the mountains of Canada.
Yeah. They can brew tequila, and that stupid RFK Jr. asshole can take the worm and put it in his head.
Yeah,
I don't want worms in my booze.
No.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I was like,
I was told.
Yeah. I remember being a kid and I was told, the worm gets you really wasted. I was like, I'll drink the booze, thank you. You know, I know that worm tequila is the good tequila, so I get that, right? But
no, the worm doesn't get you wasted. It's an indicator that you're wasted, that you eat the worm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you're willing to eat the worm, that means you're the one that got the bottle at the end.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Where am I going here? What else did we get?
No, hang on a minute. Let's get step out. Why do they put the worm in it?
I don't get that. I don't know. Heather Wiley's in Mexico now. Let's see if she has an answer for this.
Yeah. Did they just like have one bottle one day and they had a worm in the bottom and oh shit, we've got to throw that one away. No. Sell it extra. Sell it to the Americans. They'll buy any old shit. And they go, oh shit, we've got to start putting worms in all our bottles now. What happened?
Yeah. Why did killing worms with alcohol abuse become like a thing? What is that?
Do they put them in live? And they just like
Heather says, I've no idea. I've never seen it here. She lives in Mexico, just to let you know, right? It's totally tourist bullshit, I bet.
I must admit, I've never seen it in tequila. None of the tequilas I've ever bought had it in there.
We've got it up here.
It must be a brand of tequila.
It's like they put a mealworm in it and go, here you go. Yeah. It's like you get food for your lizard when you go and get alcohol. It's very strange. Yeah. Okay. So if I was Bev Turner from GB News, I would be telling you right now that the worm is just a way of melding the minds of Democrats to make sure that they believe in their holier than thou czar, Joe Biden.
I wouldn't get too hung up on that channel because I'm sure they'll just be spouting up a lot of GB British news.
Yeah, it is. I looked through the website real quick and I was like, there's nothing else here I can really rip on because I don't understand it. Yeah. But I'm hoping that she's dumb enough to give me more, right? Because she's an easy target. She's an idiot. Oh, yeah. Her husband must take a double set of double D batteries,
Oh, dear God. What are you talking about? See, it's 2025. Right? They'll probably be USB chargeable now, aren't they?
I forgot about that. Yeah. I'm old. I'm old,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But her husband takes twin USB-C chargers to make sure.
It's got proper Nikon batteries in there. Built by Tesla.
Yeah. She has an Elon Musk solar roof just to power her husband. I'm going to have a lot of fun making fun of this person. Oh, yeah. And you've got to see tomorrow's UA update show, because I already forwarded this video to both Slavi and Starsky, and everybody's ready, and we're going to play it and debunk it live. It's going to be awesome.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if Starsky's making a video right now about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Go on his channel, yeah.
And I sent the video to Mercado Media, and I was like, we're fucking with this girl in the beginning of the show. Do you want to come? And so I'm pretty sure we'll see Andrew as well. I should give a shout out here. Let me get this guy's shit together here for you. Hold on. We met a new friend, and he's a Ukraine supporter, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he will be joining us tomorrow on the Ukraine show. So I can give you his link now, and you can all run over and for the love of fuck. Okay, hold on. There we go. It's that thing where you do copy paste and it doesn't work, but if you click it, it works, right? Right. So here's the guy's link. It's his name is Rudy Aosta, and he's got 425 subs, and he's been doing some great content on Ukraine. And he is definitely worth your attention. We'll have him over on the show tomorrow. You get to meet him and stuff. And he's a cool cat. You know, I like him.
Yeah. Go and say hi in his comments. Say TheShills sent you.
Yeah. I found his channel on Bluesky. We started talking. I went and looked at his videos, and I was like, hey, this guy sounds like us a bit. You know, we should have him over. Now, I know you guys will like him. So check him out. Here, I'll get the link in for
the blue sky.
I'll get the link in the mod team room so they can give it to you properly here and whatnot, because I'm sure I'll fuck it up. There we go.
They love to give it proper.
Well, that's why Shayna has a Dodge, right? You know, something with a Hemi. Yeah.
Yeah, if I have a Hemi, that's a different thing altogether. I have to get a hospital.
Yeah. You have to be talked down from a ledge. Yeah. So new friends are good. Go check them out. Give a sub. You know, make sure you. It's worth it. You know, this guy's good. You know, Slavi's at the point now where she's about to be monetized and stuff. So now she gets to participate in helping others instead of being the one that's getting some help from the channel, right? You see what I mean? We've accomplished that, right? Well, so now it's the next person. You know?
Yeah, well, she can damn well hang out the 42 show channel.
Yeah.
And TheShills Live.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to get her on this show, actually, but she's doing some shit and stuff. Yeah. We didn't really try to invite anybody tonight. We didn't really have time. Well, I didn't anyway. And tomorrow's a bit of a shit show, but we're getting there, you know.
Yeah. It's nice to have a show with just you and me, just, you know, asking about. Save the
yes.
show for PubChat.
Yes, I agree in every way.
Tell you what, you could always do it without me.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I've been. I went back to my old channel the other day, and I put a video out where it's just basically like a title sequence to a show, that I might be doing on my channel. It's just called Dumps Dunk, because my channel used to be monetized, right? But because I haven't been using it in so long,
they took it away.
They took it there. They took it away because
even with that super cool video you did of dude and the piano and everything getting almost 1 million views.
Yeah, but it hasn't been watched recently. So my watch hours are down, and so I guess they go, well, if you never watch your channel, you lose your monetization. So I'm trying to get that back. But yeah, no, the point is, I was just going to say that I'll probably going to try my channel just to do some just kind of like, talking head thing. It would just be myself. Maybe I'll get a guest on. I don't know, but yeah, that'll be interesting to see if I can just get back to carrying a show all by myself without.
Don't ask me. I'm busy.
No, I know you're always going to be busy. Well, that's the thing. I'm planning on doing it on the Saturday evenings. So you will have done the Ukraine show. You've been knackered from that. Then you go to Felix and feeding and stuff like that. So your Saturday nights are never really good for you anyway. So
no,
yeah. We'll see what kind of fucking disaster that's gonna be. But I'll see if I can get my watch hours back and see if I can get monetization back.
Yeah. It'll
in the shed with Dunk. Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was building guitars. I'm not going back out in the fucking shed again. It's too cold, too wet, and too miserable.
Somebody's taking Dunk to the woodshed. You heard it here first.
The gravel pit.
Oh. He's gonna be shot like a puppy.
Yeah, my first guest is Kirsty Gnome. She's come locked and loaded.
Oh God! So Kirsty, have you ever shot yourself in the pussy?
I'm thinking of having a graphic on screen that's going to be just like a sack of kittens that are slowly being lowered into a canal. And if I get a super
Kirsty,
chat,
do you want to save them or let them die?
Yeah. If I get a super chat, it'll go up a bit. Give them a bit more time. So you just got to keep on giving super chats, and unless I don't get a super, which
spend
is
a $5, save the kittens.
It's going to be hard on a monetized channel to get a demonetized channel to get super chats. So I think the kittens are going to die in the first show. So
yeah. We need direct donations to re-enable super chats so we can save the kittens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a short show. Just straight in the canal.
I hope most people are going. No wonder Dick isn't gonna, be on this, right?
Yeah, he was going to be in the sack of kittens. It's going to be a sack of Dawsons.
Yeah. Oh God.
Dear.
A big useless sack.
Better than a bag of dicks.
There's that whole thing. I have literally been accused of sending dick pics because I sent my avatar picture to somebody to use on a thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, but your avatar is a penis, though, so that's like...
Yeah. I had to change my personal account from Dick Dawson to Mr. Dawson because some channels with their moderation settings set to high because they don't want swearing and stuff, my chats wouldn't show up in live chats because it says Dick Dawson, and that's a bad word. I was literally getting blocked just for using my name.
Well, you had to change your name from penis to Dawson.
Yeah. I went from penile to Dick, right?
Dick penis.
Yeah, but I literally had to change my username. It was ridiculous. I got sick of having to say to people, "Hey, could you put me on your approved user list?" So I stopped getting blocked. Right? That's not fair. It's a username. It's not like it says cocksucker. It says Dick. It's short for Richard.
I think they were just blocking you anyway.
Yeah, it's probably personal. No. To be honest, I'd block me. So
I do.
Yeah. He won't even chat to me on Discord until it's showtime, right?
Yeah.
Oh. But that's just because he wants to tell his wife, right? He says, no.
That's just normal relationships between a comedy duo that we are. They normally hate each other.
Yeah. If we were an actual music duo or something, he'd be sending Scud missiles to my house. So it'd be like he'd write Liam Gallagher on it and send it over. Just to
I could just see us on stage doing like one of those variety acts. We'll sing a song, opening up with a little sing song. We do a little gags, and then at the end of the show, we bow, and then each of us leave, either side of the stage, and never talk to each other again.
Yeah.
Until next show,
the stage would split in half, right?
By Moses.
So I don't know if you guys are feeling this right now, but I am. There's a lull in streaming services and television shows, and I'm not getting anything that I even want to watch right now. You guys feeling that too? Or is there something you're watching and you're like, fuck you, you're crazy, this is a great show?
Do you know what I've been watching recently? No, of course you don't.
Pornography, but yeah.
No, that's boring now. He just wants
can't
to see
find anything dirty enough.
No, yeah, it's too clean. Just two people rutting now. Who needs that? I'd rather watch the Animal Channel. But no, I've been watching a series called The Anecdotes Line, which was like made in the 1970s, and I remember it was like my mum and dad used to watch it on the telly, and it's like based during the shipping line. This guy's trying to develop a shipping line back in the early Victorian period or Edwardian period.
All right.
Of England, and it's like really old. It's a lot of it is shot with video on a stage, on a studio, with sort of like with some film bits on elements on actual tall ships and stuff like that. So there's actual footage and stuff of ships, but it's really old fashioned. It's a little bit staid. And it's
a little bit. It's from the 70s. A little bit.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, I've really been caught by it. I mean, at the time, mum and dad watching, I didn't give a shit. It was just like some boring old shit about people on a boat. Who gives a shit?
Sounds like it still is, dude, to be honest. But.
Well, it is. But now I'm older, a bit more like my dad's age, I suppose. It's just like, oh, this is actually quite good. Could do with a comeback. It could do with it's a sort of thing that if done really well, it would make it.
Yeah, but if they remade it now, there would be Harrier jets fighting aliens or something, for God's sakes, right?
Oh, it would be a massively expensive endeavor, that's for sure. But I think if the BBC did it, I think there'd be enough people who would go, "Oh yeah, I remember the Anecdotes Line. Never watched it." They'll probably catch on, but. It's the sort of thing you probably never saw.
Dude, I was so desperate today when I was looking for new shit to watch that I downloaded the 1972 movie Airport that was based on the book.
Oh, yes. Right? The original Airport one.
Yeah, with Burt Lancaster and Dean Martin and a bunch.
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
So Angela Lansbury in it? She normally isn't one of those things.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure she fucks somebody, right?
There's usually like the same old, high class cast because it was a big production.
Yeah. Well, it was an awesome novel. I read that novel before I saw the movie. And I do remember going, oh, but you cut this and that out. And it was one of my early learning experiences of don't watch a movie based on a novel if you've read the novel thinking they're going to give you the whole novel because there's nowhere near enough time in a 2-hour movie to cram an entire novel in, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I downloaded that into the Plex server the other day just because I got nothing right now, you know?
Of course, it was. There's the rest of the Airport series. There's a whole bunch of movies.
Oh, yeah, there's Airport 77 where it goes underwater or something and it just becomes ridiculous, right?
I know. I think my sister took me to see that at the cinema.
I remember seeing it on television, and in 77, I was 70 years old. Right. So it was probably 79 or 80 by the time I saw it on television. Right. But even then I was like, well, this is stupid.
I know. It's like, it's not a submarine. That's not how airplanes are made.
No, an airplane is made to contain the pressure within, not without. Right. It's stupid.
And they leak. They leak like.
Oh yeah. They would have been dead in moments. That was
Well, but there's I think it was the Airport. Was it Airport? No, it might not have been the Airport series, but there was another film where that was like a Concorde plane, and I
haven't seen that.
And it basically managed to blast itself out into space, and they end up having to rescue it with space shuttles and stuff like that. Again, the laws of physics, just like drop kicked out of the window. Who cares about physics?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. PJ CNET in the chat was like, yeah, I remember that, when the plane started sinking, it started to leak a bit. And it was literally like an overflowing sink every here and there in the airplane, these little drips and, it was hilarious, man. Oh, that was a funny one. There was another one, Towering Inferno. Anybody seen that old one? Yeah, that was a good one, man. Yeah, I really liked that. Yeah,
that was the days of Irwin Allen knocking out.
Oh, yeah.
All the disaster movies.
Yeah,
he did Earthquake as well. Was it Earthquake? Towering Inferno, Earthquake. There was the Poseidon Adventure.
Oh yeah.
The OG one, not the remake.
Not that. Yeah. Oh my God, there was a TV show that was just released in the last year, and it was the story of Captain Nemo acquiring the Nautilus and whatnot, and it was about as stupid as a show could be.
Oh,
it
the
was
new one.
Awful. Oh my God,
absolutely awful. Yeah. Yeah, we started watching it and we just couldn't do it. It was
it was terrible. It was as bad as that show from about like 10 years ago where they had Hercules and Archimedes or no, Pythagoras running around like comedic characters from a sitcom or so. It was so bad. What was that one? Oh my God, it was awful.
Can't remember.
It had the doctor from Deep Space Nine in it in a role.
Oh, okay. That's the benchmark of quality.
Exactly. Yeah. Dr. Bashir is like the king of Samaria or some shit. I can't remember what it was. It was so bad.
Oh, I remember helping him get into a building in Soho. He was like couldn't get in,
just wasted.
But there was another one a bit like the Nemo thing. There was a film made a while ago, The Three Musketeers, and by the end of the film, they're in a battleship, but it's in the air. And
Battleship Yamamoto from
they've gone like full fucking steampunk on which the Three Musketeers itself, when you go back to the classic story and some of the older films, it's a great story. Just by itself, you don't need to have like flying ships.
Wasn't that Cheech and Chong and the other guy?
But that's what they did with the Nemo thing. They took a great story, a great classic story,
and just ruined it.
Just like we're going to make it all modern and everything, and just terrible.
Yeah, the lead guy in the new TV show is supposed to be the main brain behind building the Nautilus, and
I
yet,
didn't know but he stole it. No, he didn't. He
yeah,
wasn't.
but he steals
stole
it.
didn't he?
Yeah, he steals it, but he's one of the inventors of it, and then steals it from the guy with the cash.
Oh, right.
And he never once displays any amount of what's that word? It's right on the tip of my intelligence during the entire movie or the TV series. He comes across as like, you know, Spicoli or something. Yeah, you know. It's unbelievable, stupid. Ugh. I hate this. And we're getting to this point now where because of streaming, we don't get TV shows that have 20 some episodes a season anymore. We get 10, right? And if they spend a lot of money on a show that sucks, it just dies instantly. But if they spend a lot of money on a show that's pretty good and just needs another season to catch on, it dies instantly. And this is where we are now. Like, remember that the stars in the sky or whatever that show with
Night Sky.
The Night Sky. That was a fucking amazing show. And just as it was really getting to where you wanted it to be, they were just like, no, fuck this. I think
the problem is where it was getting to be was going to be too expensive. Because it was that point in the series. I'm not going to spoil it for you because I can't spoil it for you because I can't remember what happened. But at the end, you know, it's like a massive science fiction thing, and it was always alluding to this. And
it's the show starts. The show starts as an elderly couple just living their lives, and then you slowly realize there's some real shit going on, right? And it was an amazing show, and it just got killed. Now, I will say this about, you know, Apple, Microsoft, all those little battles and stuff. But had that show been on Apple's streaming service, like For All Mankind and a few shows, they would have given it a second season for sure.
Yeah, they
give a show a chance to grow. They're doing it the way they used to do in the 70s, 80s, and 90s on television. Instead of being like Netflix and they go, it's either a hit or it dies, right?
Yeah, but their shows get lost. I mean,
I'm
not being funny. There's a lot of Apple users out there, but we're not all like signed up to their subscriction service for Apple TV.
Bootleg it. Yeah, I just ripped them off.
I know you bootleg it, but that's not the point. That's not the point. But well, maybe that's how everybody else is doing it because you know, I'm sure they don't get the views like they should. I mean, For All Mankind, for them that was a massive hit,
right?
But to who?
I know. Not that many people have watched it. What's his name? The guy that plays the lead astronaut that got old in the last one and whatnot. He's even said, Joel Kilmer or whatever his name is. He's even said, you know, it's unbelievable that Apple's giving us the next season because we're not getting the views that the show deserves. He said that in an interview, right? You know, if you haven't watched For All Mankind, you have no idea the show you're missing. It's not just about the race to the moon and stuff. The interpersonal stories and whatnot are as good as any show out there. You're really missing out if you haven't watched it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot like that. I mean, it's like the SES Rogue Heroes as well. Absolutely, I just like shout it at the top of the roof. Great series.
Yeah.
But I swear it barely gets seen. I think it was broadcast on BBC, you know, sort of.
Yeah.
It's on the iPlayer.
I put it in the Shills Plex server because it's a really good. I haven't even watched it yet, but because I'm a little anti-war stuff. I don't naturally gravitate to stuff about war. But I do know that show is worth it, and I am gonna watch it for sure.
Yeah. It's a little different to
that's right,
war-y kind of stuff.
Because
which is kind of interesting. On today when I was flicking through the channels, I flicked Guns of Navarone. Remember the old film Guns of Navarone?
Yeah.
That came on, and I flicked on. I really can't be bothered with the Guns and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, great movie, but for fuck's sake, can't be bothered.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, you know, there's the streaming era that we're in has brought us some amazing shows, but at the same time, it's been too hatchety about them. Like I just watched Outer Range with Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah. I've not looked at that.
The first few times I saw it, I was like, oh, you know, ranchers and stuff. I'm just not interested, right?
Yeah, but it's a science fiction.
That's right. Then I saw that it was listed on some Reddit threads that I pay attention to about, you know, you've got to watch this science fiction show. And I was like, really? And I watched the first episode. And at the end of it, I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I can't wait for Felix to be off with grandma for 2 days because I'm going to binge this shit. And it was awesome. It's a great show. But I think somebody just told me in the last week that it didn't get picked up.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, one problem I have with a lot of science fiction shows, and Night Sky came under that category a little bit as well. It's like you can have like a really, really good science fiction element to something, but a lot of it isn't science fiction. It's just regular, just like people stuff, like, you know, on a ranch or whatever. And their interrelational stories that go on. And then just as you get into the science fiction part, the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. And you don't get the science fictiony bit. Yeah, just
That's right. Yeah,
just get a glimpse of it, just to keep you hanging on.
Yeah, and hoping. Then they run away with it, right? You know, yeah. That'll drive you nuts too.
I mean, at least Silo, you know, the science fiction thing that goes all in, and my God, the amount of visual effects in that show is just staggering.
There's no way they built a silo with 150 levels.
No, right? They built like a couple of levels.
Yeah,
but not even
right?
But not even then. It's just like a couple of walkways.
I know
against blue. They got a little bit of the stairwell.
Yeah,
and the rest of it is all just like filled in with CG. It's incredible.
Silo is another one of those shows. If you're not watching Silo, you have no idea what modern television can truly be. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It is so good. No, it really is, because there's like 4 directions the story goes in. And somehow these guys are people, are so in tune with the viewers.
LGBTQ as well.
I'm just saying, exactly. I didn't
everybody.
mean, yeah.
DEI.
But they're so in tune with the populace and what's going on right now. It's just enthralling. It's one of those shows where you're tempted to keep notes as if you're playing like Final Fantasy 3 on the Nintendo or whatever. You know, it's so good.
But the funny thing about Silo, when they first started the series, like, you know, a couple of years ago, the US was in a bit of a quagmire, and, you know, we had the whole thing with Biden and potential, you know, elections coming up. And then like this season came, hang on, it is second season, isn't it?
Yeah, third. Yeah. We're waiting for 3, and oh my God, am I waiting?
So and the second season it's like just the shenanigans, the political shenanigans that are going on. You're thinking, are you sure you're not a time traveler? Did you not write this in 2025 and send the script back?
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. You know, if you want, if you're not an Apple, or where is Silo? Is it Apple?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not an Apple subscriber and you're dying to watch Silo because it is that good, join us on Discord. Find me and PM me. And kiss my ass to be one of our moderators, and I'll give you access to our private Plex server that has
send in a massive super chat, edit a whole bunch of shorts for us or something, or do something for the channel to make you look like amazing and good.
Yeah, exactly.
Dick will reward you with we call them dick treats.
Yeah. Dick flicks, right? But we have a private server and you can watch anything you want for free.
Mm-hmm.
But it
No donkey porn.
Yeah. Well, exactly, right?
You need the special, access for that.
Yeah, you need to be able to spell goat to get to the donkey porn. There's a password. But we got spots for a few people. I could add a couple of people,
Yeah.
And now that we have 3 channels to moderate, not just one, we could use a couple of people on the team. I'm sadistic prick, Dunk's an asshole, but PJ, Annette, and Chris Lundy and stuff are actually nice people. Yeah, Shayna, they're nice people to work
Heather
with.
Wiley.
So, yeah. There you go. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I don't think Heather got her wrench on this channel yet. Here, I can fix that right now. Yeah.
Now you got your wrench. You can go and fix something. Lazy git.
Make yourself useful.
Sort out the plumbing.
There you go. Yeah, Heather's on the team now, and she has a wrench to prove it. So there you go.
Yeah. So she'll ban everyone now. Yeah.
If it is not Mexican, it's garbage.
You talk about Airport 77 and
yeah.
Or you're talking about the airplane sinking and shit like that. I was watching. I was watching episode. What was it? Was it Voyager? Yeah, it was one of the Star Trek pieces of shit. And I noticed
with
that
Captain Hairspray. I mean,
I can't remember. I can't remember which one it was. But I noticed the background. And this happens in Star Trek all the time. But when the ship has been hit and it's damaged, and this is a science fiction trope across the board.
Yeah.
Why is it the corridors always have some pipe that's leaking out steam?
Yeah.
What is this? A steamship? Why is that? Is that the plumbing that goes to the showers? What's going on?
The Britons figured this out in like the 1800s during the revolution of industrialization, right? You don't put the steam pipe near the worker,
Yeah, God's sake.
Yeah. That's why the guy who drove the train is at the back, where if shit goes wrong, he's okay, right?
I just think this is so funny.
Yeah.
And when all the panels start falling down, all the bits. This is. I was talking about this with my wife. You notice when they pull a panel off to repair something, and they're always like swapping out these like pieces of Perspex card, right? Oh, you know what? Oh, we got to phase shift the navigational deflector to shed off photons to blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So how do they do that? They open a panel, pull up a piece of plastic Perspex out that glows. And then swap it around with other ones.
Yeah.
Can you imagine opening your PC and just like swapping cards around? Spark you fly. Why is it always happens? But then when the ship gets hit and panels start falling off the ceiling, all these fucking wires start coming out.
Yeah.
And rocks and barbecue coals start falling everywhere.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Or they have big strands of wire where nobody would have strands of wire because we haven't done that in that way in so long, right?
Yeah, there's like they boast that the Enterprise is working on some kind of biogel system of electronics, and no, but when it gets blown up, all the wires start coming out.
Yeah.
Start oozing gel.
Yeah.
Such lack of imagination when it comes to things like that. It's just Yeah, just go back to the what we know. Just
yeah. Make it easy. Make it easy, right? You know. I have a little surprise that's about to happen in a few minutes here.
Oh dear, you're not going to have a baby, are you?
yeah. I'm going to have a Trump
I'm
baby.
pregnant.
It's going to come from my hands because the only way I can speak is doing this.
That looks like you're opening up your beef curtains. Stop doing that.
Yeah, beefcake.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just invited somebody over to join us for the last half hour of this shit show. Yeah.
Is it Elon? Is it Donald?
It is not Elon Gump.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, should I do it? I'll do it.
I'm gonna come.
I'll tell you what, all you got to do is ask him. He'll show up.
Oh man. You put two knuckles in play and that boy's gonna come.
Yeah. Hey, Donald, do you want to come onto our live stream? We got some underage tarts in our green room. You can hang around with afterwards.
Yeah. Hey, Donald. I've got a beauty pageant for women. Would you like to buy it so you can just invade the dressing room and be a creep? I mean, just saying, you know, off the top of my head, I you know, right? What a sick, twisted son of a bitch. Can't believe this guy got elected.
That's all him.
Yeah, well, you know,
yeah. We're allowed to be because we're not president.
That's true. Okay, there you go. Right, because I'm more of a prime minister kind of guy.
No, I blame our chat because they didn't vote for us.
That's true. Why did you not vote for us? Right?
Because you're a Canadian and I'm British.
Could you imagine? I could be standing outside of the Department of Education right now with a loaded weapon saying only Congress can get in. Right? And I could be shooting Doge people down like, you know, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s, right? Wouldn't that be cool?
Which Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s? Because they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. He gets pissed off, he grabs a gun and he kills people, right?
Yeah.
You know,
you're a funny guy. That's why I killed you last.
yeah. When he's holding them by the ankle. Yeah, that's a funny one.
Yeah, who's your daddy and what does he do? Yeah. That's what Doge should be doing.
Yeah. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Well,
and what's his social security number?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, did you see the thing about those fucking kids? They've been posting images and the names of the kids who are working
from Doge. Yeah.
Doge.
Yeah, one of them has a whole bunch of racist tweets from a few years ago that came up, right?
Yeah. He's since out. Yeah. But yeah, it's so funny because, you know, people were putting this stuff out, the images and the names, and Elon Musk puts out a tweet, says, what you're doing is illegal, telling everybody what their names are. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
We're doing anything illegal, you fucking prick.
Yeah, I know. An unappointed, unelected motherfucker is running around giving other people shit that they're doing something wrong. Yeah.
I just don't understand how that whole Doge thing happened in the first place.
Yeah, well,
nobody when they just show up into a building and say, "Okay, give us access to your service." Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? How?
I know. The correct response was "fuck you, motherfucker." But you know,
where was security then? You know, do they not have, like they got now, like a guy standing out the side of the door stopping anyone getting in? You know, any Democrats or whatever. I mean, where is the security then? You literally have the entire federal government just like behind a door that anybody could just like walk through and have access to the servers. I just don't understand.
Oh, 1 second here. We've got somebody joining us, but dude, you've got the whole thing with the camera again. So let me just sort you out here. 1 second here. 1 second. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. I'll do the request button. You should be all right in a second here. Sorry, everybody. You'll figure this out in a second here. The idea of
it's the new kid on the block.
Very much so. So here, everybody, give me a second here. Let me get this all loaded up, right? I'll switch this to this. And here we go. We've got ourselves a new friend on the channel. This is Rudy Aosta. He has been doing some streams, positive news about Ukraine and whatnot. And I thought he'd like this jerk off session of honesty that we're doing, you know.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all because he's got hexagons on the wall. So we got hexagons within hexagons within hexagons.
No. So Rudy, welcome to the show here. Everybody will see Rudy tomorrow on the Ukraine update show as well. But we've been talking about the honesty that's going on. You yourself, you're in America and whatnot. And how scared for democracy as a whole are you right now?
I would have to say, I mean, it's never been more in danger, you know, as long as I can remember. It is a absolute scary time to be in America for sure.
So we have to start off the conversation. Where would you normally put your political alignment? Would you consider yourself Democrat or Republican? Because we're hearing the same thing from Republican people. I don't know.
Well, if I'm being honest, I used to be Republican, and then Trump came along and pretty much destroyed everything that Republicans stand for. So, I don't.
We have a couple of we have a couple of people who are diehard Republicans from the Reagan era, the Michael J. Fox, Alex P. Keaton era and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this is not that Republican Party in any way, shape, or form, is it?
Yeah. No, there's MAGA, which are destroying our country. And then there's, Reagan Republicans. That's where I would consider myself,
Yeah. So, like, as a Reagan Republican, you must know a lot of people that didn't actually vote Republican in this election, right?
I did. Well, most of my family are Democrats. So I have a auntie who was she was a mayor of a town in New Mexico, and so most of my family are all Democrats. She was also a Democrat. But there's not too many Republicans in my family.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of funny because you keep talking about Ronald Reagan. Now Ronald Reagan has had
the actor.
Yeah, he's had a pretty bad rap, and he keeps in his name's getting bandied around quite a lot recently, and it is kind of funny that even Reagan, who was kind of like pretty much unpopular to everybody else, he's coming out like looking like the good guy. it's like even Nixon. If you start picking up talking about Nixon, you go, oh, Nixon was all right, yeah, compared to this buckwit.
Rudy, would you say at this point in time in America's history of a twin party system that maybe some upheaval is needed? Because I'm not sure that it's truly representative of the people anymore. What's your take on that?
Yeah, no, I would have to absolutely agree. I mean, I don't know. I try and I have really strong beliefs in what I believe, but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean,
Please, please feel free to be yourself in this. Nobody's passing judgment. You are invited friend of the channel, so that we're not, nobody's gonna turn and tail and all that bullshit, right? Be yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, the shit flinging goes between me and Dick. Don't worry about it.
So, with the attacks on, we were talking about this earlier on the 42 show, but we've had the attacks on the Department of Justice. It's now being used as a weapon. We've got the USAID being dismantled, but today they went at the Department of Education. Now, I don't know about your thoughts on this, but my thoughts are the Department of Education should be unified across the country so everybody's at the same level, and they're trying to dismantle it to send it back to the state, so to speak. What are your thoughts on this?
On what on my side, it's breaking out. What was it again?
Oh, okay. Here, let me just dial down the bit rate of the room a bit, just in case. With the assault on the Department of Justice being used as a weapon, right? And now you've got the Doge and Elon Musk locking people from Congress out of the Department of Education. How does somebody like yourself see this attack on the fundamentals of American democracy?
Well, I think that Elon Musk has no business in he may be smart in a lot of other things, but as far as being in our government, I mean that guy's just piece by piece going to tear it apart, absolutely, without a doubt. And there's been a lot of speculation about him being the one pulling the strings, and I actually would have to agree that he probably is, but that guy's probably the biggest mistake and threat to America right now is Elon Musk. So
those are big words, but I guarantee everybody in this chat agrees. Now, I'm not going to keep putting it on you this way. I just wanted to lay a foundation as we go back to PubChat to who you are, right? So, when it comes to alcoholic beverages, what are your favorite?
It used to be Bud Light, and then I pretty much gave up drinking, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you drink your Bud Light, you might as well.
Yeah. No, I get too wild, I guess you could say. So
we used to, when I was a teenager, we used to call it going out to drink the rowdy rye. And anytime we were drinking rye, we knew fights were coming, man. So yeah, maybe I know what you're talking about a little bit.
Yeah, I always end up in jail or something.
Yeah, it's not productive, is it?
No.
Well, just get yourself a presidential pardon. You can do what you like.
Yeah, right?
So, Rudy, give everybody a rundown. What do you got going on over on your channel? Who you are, and just give everybody like a 2-minute laydown on what's up.
Yeah. What color knickers are you wearing?
Well,
they got to be pink, right?
Damn, pink. No, over there on my channel, it's usually just updates on the biggest happenings. It's over there in Ukraine, but typically it's just the biggest events that are going on, mainly taking jabs at Russia and stuff, because I mean they're crumbling right before the entire world's eyes. Like, I mean, they've gone from IFVs to IEDs, riding donkeys and riding scooters, and I mean it's absolutely.
Dude, did you see that donkey shit today? That was unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be using bomb donkeys next.
Yeah, right. And that's just that's just the recent stuff. So I mean, they got 70-year-old men having to go and fight at the front line because they're running out of, soldiers and stuff. I mean, it's just a shit show on their side. So
Totally, man. I highly
And everyone's falling
recommend.
out of windows.
Yeah. Oh my God.
right.
You would think that Russian buildings don't have windows with the amount of people that are falling out of them. There's no glass. It's just an opening, right?
I'm scared to go to my patio doors just in case.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit much over there. So
right.
Everybody, we'll get the link in the live chat again, and I'll get the link in the description of the video as well. Head over to Rudy's channel and subscribe, and you'll see him tomorrow joining us for the Ukraine update show. And we are, that sorry ass sack of shit bitch, Bev Turner from GB News that we ripped a new fucking vagina on earlier. We are going to be ripping her whole video tomorrow for UA update. So don't miss it. Oh yeah. Starsky's going to be on the show. Slavy's already prepped, and Lord Thunder and Jesus, we're going to need Fisted as a goddamn sponsor for that one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I found a new target in that GB News. Oh yeah, they're my bitch now. I'm gonna fuck with them.
Hell yeah.
Yes, Fisted for all your little bottom needs. Go to the show store and get a big fat jar of Fisted because you're gonna need it.
So what about you?
Oh, where's he gone? I just looked away. I'll bring up Fisted and he buggers off.
Yeah, I had to get a beer. I only filled the fridge with like 4. I didn't realize I was gonna need more tonight.
You need like a proper like AR-15 magazine in that fridge.
Yeah. I need to take my beer cozy and just go like this and have them shoot into the damn thing.
He needs a sort of fucking Gatling gun of beer dispensers.
Yeah. But before we do that, I'm going to roll a joint while we're doing the rest of the show. So, hey, I'm Canadian. It's called legal. But, I want to point out, some people think that, oh my God, that story from earlier, Colombia's ruler, whatever he was concerned that cocaine was getting a bad rap because it comes from Colombia. What the fuck, man? That can't even be real. It's cocaine,
right?
Yeah, you wait for Scotland. In Glasgow, the Minister of Export will be talking about how the great advantages of heroin. It's good for the nerves.
Oh man, that shit'll fuck your brain up. I tell you.
Yeah, right. Definitely will.
So I don't even know where to go because the world is so fucked right now. Let me just
it is.
Let me open a can of beer just so I can make sense of things. Ready? Wait for it. Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Right. When you're driving into like a town or a village, and you have the, welcome to shit hole on the Y or whatever, wherever it is you're driving through. Why is it they have like a little sign that says, "Please drive carefully"? What were you doing before you drove into
why
the
is there usually a Chevy Astra parked behind it under flipped over? Yeah.
Why do they need to say please drive carefully? No, what like anywhere else you can just
as opposed to
any other village, just drive like a maniac. But not
you could be Ayrton Senna anywhere you want, but not in this village, right?
I never understood why they had to make that assertion of them driving into a town.
So we were talking about some streaming movies and TV shows and whatnot there earlier, Rudy. And we have this thing. If you want, I'll get you in on it. We have a private server that has all the TV shows and movies from all the streaming services, and you don't have to pay for them. It's just it's kind of how we roll around here. But
Okay.
is there a
well, we haven't started charging yet.
Yeah. If you want to keep your wrench, it's going to be $24.95 a month. No, I'm kidding. Right? I will install a second internet connection in my home to run the server before we charge people for this, right? But we were talking about some shows from Apple TV that a lot of people haven't seen, Rudy. And have you seen For All Mankind?
No, that doesn't ring a bell.
Oh my God. You are going to flip your shit. Okay. So, go to plex.tv after the show, sign up. It's free. Send me the email. I'll give you access to the server. You watch the first episode of For All Mankind and tell me that I was wrong and it's not an amazing show, because you won't be able to do it. It's so good.
Yeah,
All right.
But on the flip side, never suggest anything to Dick because he'll never watch it.
That's true, but we also have a secret way of people adding shows to the Plex server without having to ask me. So, right? You see, Dunk's trying to be an asshole, but I can beat him.
No. You still haven't watched Firefly yet, have you?
I watched the first 5 minutes of it. I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and I decided that I was not in the right mood to appreciate the show, and I put it on the side burner. And
5 years ago.
No, that was about a year ago, right? That was about a year ago, right? But
Yeah, but you're rubbish. You can't even handle watching the intro to a porn video. So
Yeah, I've tried watching pornography, but I can't wait for the guy to actually fix the furnace.
Yeah,
I get impatient, right?
Yeah. Get all this sex out of the way and fix that.
Yeah.
Plumbing.
I want to know how to fix the damn thing, right? It's honestly true. Like, we used to have somebody that streamed with us on the show, Super Chat Matt's mom, and she
watched a lot of porn.
Don't do that.
Couldn't get her off it.
Don't do that. But she famously had to fix an appliance of her in her home one time. And so she looked up the video on how to fix it, fixed it. And then for 6 months, YouTube must have figured she was a plumber. And that's all they ever showed her in videos. Like, it's getting so bad these days that you have to have 5 or 6 YouTube accounts to watch the different things you're interested in, because YouTube thinks we're all 12-year-olds. And the last thing you watched is the only thing you're interested in. To me, it's getting to the point where, like, my son's on the autism spectrum, right? And so I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't want him seeing all these bullshit advertisements, right? But it's got to the point where the algorithm is so messed up that I'm not sure I'm comfortable paying for premium anymore, because it's a nightmare, and they hate me. So that's a thing too, right?
And you're a cheapskate.
That's putting it lightly, but yes, it's true.
Well, let's face it, a poor cheapskate. So that's the best.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's when you're supposed to be a cheapskate. You really haven't got any money.
I have almost no money and I need beer, so I have to really, meter this out, right? So what do we got here? We're at an hour 41. We got 20 minutes or something. Food wise, I don't know how you guys are seeing it in like America and the UK and whatnot, but as it pertains to fast food in Canada, we are getting ripped off blind right now. Like, I remember when the Big Mac at McDonald's was big enough so that when I was like a teenager, I had to open my mouth to bite it. Right? Now,
smaller.
Yeah, but when I was a teenager, like in grade 9 in high school, I was 6'1", the same height I am now. Right? And nowadays, a Big Mac used to actually, if you go back to the 70s pricing, was a tiny bit cheaper than the quarter pounder.
I must admit, we were at the hospital today, and I was driving back, passing all these McDonald's. I was going, don't know, I fancy a McDonald's, but let me check with my financial advisor first.
Yeah, and it said, "Fuck you, keep driving." Right? But McDonald's, especially if you do like a DoorDash or a Skip the Dishes or something, McDonald's is now the price of a place that you would actually like to go and eat at that would give you better food.
Restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a lot of people don't seem to understand that when you go to Skip the Dishes and DoorDash, McDonald's menu prices are all higher than they are in person.
And you still pay a premium on top of that as well.
Yeah. And they usually fuck your order up.
And
definitely.
Oh, that's the other thing. There's this whole thing where the delivery industry doesn't understand something. When you put a pizza in a box and then put it in a warming little cozy thing for the delivery driver, when they drive to your home, that pizza is hot and lovely to eat. And a pizza place can do that with 2 or 3 orders at a time, and your pizza will still be nice to eat. But when Skip the Dishes or DoorDash or one of these other assholes, when they have their delivery driver deliver 3 meals from McDonald's, everything is cold and shitty and ruined. You cannot deliver fast food the same way you can a pizza. It ruins it. Everybody gets cold, soggy fries and whatnot, and we all pay more for them. And to be honest,
soggy fries are good.
No, but a lot. To be honest, most of you aren't bitching enough to complain about this because fast food doesn't deliver the same way as pizza or like Chinese food, where it's like in those little tubs and all sealed and hot. It doesn't work the same. I hate it.
It sweats.
Yeah.
Every time I go to McDonald's, man, they do mess it up, and their ice cream machine is always broken.
Always. That's a right to repair issue, Rudy. The whole thing with the ice cream machine. The guys who invented that lock it down and they won't show up for a month to fix it. Whereas any asshole, repair company that knows industrial food machines could repair it. That's an issue that Louis Rossman talks about a lot.
At first, I thought it was just one McDonald's, and then literally every McDonald's I go to, if it's past like 9 at night, it's broken or it's down. So
same with milkshakes as well.
Oh yeah. Because usually the owner's in the background shaking that milk, right?
It's funny. Ironically, I've been talking about this, the fact that I was craving McDonald's. Do you know what we had for dinner tonight? I made double sausage and egg McMuffins with hash browns. I actually made that for dinner tonight. And it was fantastic.
Was it?
Hash browns?
Yeah, it cost it cost the same to make 3 servings as it probably would have done to just buy 1 from McDonald's.
It's okay. Wait a minute here. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix a chat to somebody there. Super chat Matt in the chat was like, hey, I'll have you know that I eat pizza every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm sure it's Little Caesars, Matt, because I kind of know you, dude. He's a pizza fiend, just like my son, Felix. You know, oh yeah.
Little Caesar, is that Trump?
Yeah. No, Trump is Big Caesar. But Trump is Big Caesar. Yeah. You have to pay extra because he's a life-size doll. You know,
he's like big farmer.
Yeah. So let's see here. We're getting close to the end. An hour and 47 in. I don't like to go over 2 hours because YouTube gets a little iffy on live streams that go past 2 hours. Number one, everybody, click like, click share, click subscribe, but especially share, because letting everybody know that this is where you find the Shills Hangouts would help us a lot. Oh, wow. I don't like doing that. I'm getting better at it, though. It
is kind of funny that we still had to put the stream out on the main
channel. Yeah.
Just to say, look, you're in the wrong place again still. Come on, go over here.
Yeah. We're getting there. It's a tough slug. You know, it's hurt, right? Because we'd get more viewers doing this stuff on the main Shills channel. But we're trying to turn that into the Ukraine main Shills channel and separate the content, right? So, yeah, exactly, Rudy, right? That's what it's all about, you know? And we're targeting the audience, right? By separating the shit, right? You know? So
they definitely deserve a lot of attention for sure, you know, to keep it out in everybody's minds and stuff. So Ukraine deserves a lot of attention, you know?
Damn right, buddy.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Damn right. Right. So, you know, we need your help spreading the word that this is where we do the other live hangouts, right? Because, you know, we have to play within the YouTube algorithm. So we really appreciate the help. Let's turn to Root
and the 42 show as well, because, you know, dare I say it myself, I think it's a damn good show.
It might be our best show, to be honest.
And it gets barely any attention.
We need help with that one. Do @TheShills 42 show as a search on YouTube. Go find us and sub. It would really, really help, right? Because we're trying to, again, separate that show from the Ukraine content, because it's not always about Ukraine. We cover Ukraine in it, like today with that brutally fucking mind-numbing bent Bev Turner, right? You know, from Great Britain News or whatever. You know, I mean, she's like a
Dick and Beverly sitting in a tree. KISSING.
Yeah, I couldn't hate her worse, you know, and right.
Yeah, if you two were sitting in a tree, you'd be the one to push.
I mean, we had one of those shows where I've drank so many goddamn beer tonight, I'm gonna have to go and get more just so I can calm down, right? You know.
So get the tequila with the worm.
Oh, I need some worm.
Yeah,
Heather,
start with the worm.
Yeah, Heather, send me some worm. Okay. So let's turn to Rudy here. What do you think, man? Lay it down for everybody who you are, what you're doing, and let's get some subs over. Right?
Yeah, lay it down thick.
Lay down, Rudy.
No, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, put as much content that I possibly can on Ukraine. I mean, like I said, it just deserves so much attention, and you know, some people forget about it. But you know, they deserve.
You're right. Especially at the minute with all this Trump stuff, I think it's just gone from the news.
Yeah,
just
every time
nobody's talking about it.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I know it's kind of a nerve-wracking time because nobody knows what Trump is ultimately going to do. Everybody thinks it's going to be one thing, and then it ends up being the complete opposite thing. And so it's just, you know, and I could only imagine what it's like for the Ukrainian people, you know, on pins and needles of not knowing what's going to happen, but
damn right,
something.
Man. Yeah. So let's get the link for Rudy's channel in the chat there from the mods. We think Rudy, we think Rudy's somebody to help push and brag about and get some subs in. So let's get this done, everybody. Now,
Awesome. Thank you.
oh,
Does
very welcome.
Does
Very
he get
welcome.
the free jar of Fist It this month?
Only if you're sending it.
Oh yeah, because you need yours.
Yeah. So let's talk to Mr. Knuckles. What do you think there, Dunk?
I think I'm fabulous, and I think I'm great. So much for the other guys here, but it's been a wonderful night, a wonderful show. I do look forward to just like sitting down and just talking shit with Dick and whoever comes along. Yeah, it's just nice to blow off a little bit of steam.
A little bit of steam. I think we've got a lot going on right now.
I blow off so much steam, I've got a little brown stain in the back of my pants now.
Yeah. I blew off so much steam, I need a bidet just to clean my underpants.
Damn.
So thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed meeting our new friend Rudy. I hope you didn't enjoy meeting Dunk, because I didn't either. But
we're just like ships in a night. Oh no, is it shits in a night?
Yeah. Two turds floating on the ocean saying fuck you as they pass each other by.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give us a shout out, because we're building a new thing here and we could really use your help.
We're desperate. Oh, please. I can't get on my knees because this avatar won't let me do it. But I'm begging you. Come on, give us a chance.
I banned you from getting on your knees a month ago. So
that's when I had teeth.
Giving him those gummies.
Sandpaper and blowjobs do not go hand in hand. Let's get the hell out of here. Good night, everybody.